Good morning, this is Pixie, and it's wet. It's wet here in the UK. So, yeah, some strange stuff actually, some strange stuff to talk about. So I've got this client, and she has like this sort of, some form of cognitive dementia, and she often exhibits, well, so she's a bit more childish maybe, but I mean it's not a problem, it's just mess around as you do really. It's the best way to manage it, is just play along. I mean I'm not always serious myself, so that's it's not a big issue. And she'll say things like, "You know I'm a witch, don't you?" sort of, or whatever. But she's joking. She don't, obviously not a real witch. Not that I'm aware of. Who knows? Who knows? And yesterday it was a bit. What was strange yesterday is that she said there's a monster there, sort of out the window, and I thought, oh yeah, right, monster there, yeah. And it's got big eyes, it's a monster there. And I thought nothing of it. Anyway, so still indicating that you're in, yeah, that's a mistake, that bus. He was indicating towards the curb and driving off. Now he's saying thank you. Yeah, so she said there was this monster, and I thought, oh yeah, sure. I started in the washing up, and I didn't remember anything going into the. Did I do it before I went in there? Yeah, I washed it up, and there was a spoon, and it was bent. And it was bent upwards like an L shape, so I thought, okay, that's a bit odd. It's not slightly bent in there. I don't think it was massively bent, but it was definitely bent. So I rebent that back into position. And I carried on, and she said about this monster or whatever, and I thought, oh yeah, monster in the window, there's a monster, there's a monster. And I mean, there was nothing there, it's just a tree. There's a tree out there. I mean, if there was anything there, it would be invisible to most people's naked eye. And anyway, so I carried on washing up, right? And I mean, it makes sense, maybe something you just find in a bent spoon. So I spoke to her, and I put the spoons in the sink, so I knew there was nothing weird I come across. But I pulled out the spoon as I was washing up, and it was twisted. It was somebody who's twisted it like that. And I thought, so I mean, I had trouble twisting myself. This woman's 87, so I can't really think the way she would try and twist and bend thing. She's also got some type of arthritis in her thumbs. There's sort of like a degenerative sort of thing to her thumb, so her hand looks kind of wider than it normally would be. However, I don't think she would actually want to twist the knives and forks and things. I mean, it's not impossible, but I washed it and I've twisted it back, but blimey, this is a bit hard to twist back. So I thought to myself, I don't know, I don't think she's done that. It doesn't make sense. Or maybe she could have rammed it in something and twisted it. But I don't know if that's common to her, and to be honest, it could even be something else. I wouldn't dismiss the idea as that potentially. I mean, yeah, I seem to attract certain entities anyway, and it could be potentially that another entity has been attracted to her as well, especially if her mind's different in some way. Because while she's got some form of dementia, she may be able to take in information that normally you'd block out or filter out. It could be her mind's working at a different frequency or acting different in itself. I mean, she's able to have sort of conversations, but they don't tend to last in one area too long, they tend to go elsewhere. So, and also the other thing of a childlike mind, you know, like fairies and so on have this attachment to childlike mind, so she's not prejudging things, and she's not necessarily taking things too seriously as well, and things like that. So it could be that her mind's at a kind of that frequency, so it's not just she's thinking like acting like a child, she may actually be thinking like a child as well. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how these things. It's not the first time I've had something with dementia and something that's been a bit sort of on that spooky scale. So it makes you wonder what happens sometimes with people. But yeah, I have to ask her a description of this entity. I'm trying to imagine what it would look like. So that'd be interesting. Anything else? What else is going on? I think OMAD, I'm getting back on track with it. I seem to be putting on weight before. I don't know what I was doing. I think it's these sport drinks. It doesn't matter when you put it. It's mixing fats and sugars. If you just keep off the sugar, so you're really fast from sugar to have anything effective. Because sugar disrupts that pattern. Even if you've got a calorie deficit, I mean, if you're taking a lot of sugar regularly through the day, it won't allow you to lose weight. It just make you feel fatigued. Your body will be draining energy, and I mean, I think because it assumes when it gets a high intake of something, of carbohydrate, that you're going to be taking more of it, and so it might ease off a bit, or it overreacts to it. So the other thing, if you've got to eat earlier, maybe eat a food that slower to digest. I know they say like get your calories out of the way, but it could be that you've got to go to work or something, and your normal window would have been an hour later. So you might want to say, you may use the food that's slow and harder to digest, like having a lot of brown bread and things like that. I mean, if you ate something like a soup, it'd fly into you and fly out of you virtually. Anyway, this is Pigsy signing off in this video, and